Greetings, mortals. It's the O Show. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing quite well because there's actually pretty nice weather out here in Oregon today. It's like normal temperature. It's literally like 75 degrees outside. So, I'm a pretty happy boy. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Mine's pretty good. I figured I would stream for a few hours here before I go out for the night. So I figured, why not? We'll get a little grandpa action going here. I gotta put some hours into New Vegas so we can have a chance of playing another game this century. You feel me? Please get your bingo cards prepared if you're trying to get in on some bingo. Get them in early. But without further ado, man, let's get going here with Grandpa. I'm like crazy about Fallout New Vegas though. Like, I was talking to Bean about it. This is definitely my favorite game. For real, like, New Vegas is my favorite game I've ever played. For real. It's the best game I've ever played. It's crazy. I can't believe I had never gone in on it before, you know? Alright, give me just a moment here. Oh, that's why. Okay, hold up one second. Minor technotronic difficulties here. There we go. What up, Animu Let's Plays? What up, Mountain Drew? Sims, Darumas, Post-Processing. What up, everybody? I hope you're keeping it laid back this lovely Saturday. So we left off with Grandpa finishing Vault 3. I took a little bit of time off stream and kind of like picked through the loot and looted up everything I possibly could, so all my companions are totally weighed down. Grandpa's almost totally weighed down. I did some experimentations as well with the submerged areas down here. And unless you have like a rebreather, you're not getting down there. I tried doing turbo because it like slows down time so you have more oxygen technically. That helps some, but not enough. So that's gonna have to be for another day. Also looked into the vault a little bit off stream. Now that I'd finished it, I was like, alright, I'll read like the wiki about it. And the story of this vault is pretty cool. It's meant to be almost a parallel to Vault 13, but it's Vault 3. And it's an example of a vault that was working fine until the water pipes leaked. So they had to visit the outside to get help. And that wound up with the fiends coming in and taking over. There's a quest that you can actually do with the boss of this dungeon, Motor Runner, who I killed. But I found out that it's like a great con quest and it's pretty minor. Though I think it does prevent you from getting a reliable supply of party time mentats, so that might kind of suck. But the way I play these games is I tend to just let the chips fall where they may. I like to, that's part of the immersion for me, is not really save scumming, you know? But I'm about to free Rick here.
Sick motor runner, son of a bitch. Good riddance. Take down this password. It'll get you into the Overseer's area upstairs, I think. Thanks for the help. We'll find our own way out.
I don't need the password. I just wanted to free y'all. Alright. I'm gonna take my lockpick up to 75. I think I'll do... maybe speech 65. Then I'll put one in science and one in... nah, I'll leave science 90. One in repair, one in energy weapons. Alright, would somebody mind pulling up my build? I fucking forgot to pull it up again. I know that's totally surprising, but tell me what perk I'm supposed to take at level 16. I'm pretty sure it's better criticals. I'm like 99% sure it's better criticals. But if someone wouldn't mind, if you could type exclamation point FMV build and hook a brother up, just let me know. If you're just settling in on the Infinite Couch, we've only been live for like 20 minutes. I hope you're doing good. Hope your Saturday's looking good. Alright, better critical, says JC. Thank you. Thank you. So that's gonna give me, when I do crit, which, you know, with the first recon beret, that's 5% more often. When I do crit, it'll be 50% more damage. Look at them creeping out of here. They don't realize I've killed everyone already. I want to do it too. Here, I'll let you guys go and then I'll come like this. Because we're leaving too, so we'll just... we'll leave like this. We'll leave with some swag here. Because I've pretty much done everything else here I need to do. Regrettably, last time the ranger that you can rescue here decapitated himself on my laser. I actually made a highlight of it. It was ridiculous. So that dropped my NCR reputation a bit here. But the trade-off is when I turn in Motor Runner's helmet, I'm going to get NCR reputation up. And I have been running Grandpa as like neutral, so I feel like that'll kind of work out. Okay, they're gone now. That was fun. You will notice that Grandpa is rocking a little bit different attire. Found a recon suit, so... I'm a little worried at how much like a Ken doll Grandpa looks like, if you know what I mean. Grandpa might not be packing anything. Startlingly enough. But my game plan from here is to take my ridiculous amount of loot and go sell it at Camp McCarran, as well as turn in this quest. And then we'll see where the Grandpa adventures continue from there. Okay, this is a way out over here. Alright, it's afternoon, so we should be able to make it to Camp McCarran with no issues. I might have to restart the game. Excuse me, video game. Alright, I'm just gonna restart it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. A Bethesda game? Crashing? Never. Not on my PC. Sim says don't restart until you see the hint start to repeat. Sometimes it just takes a while. Well, that's a case of too late right there. The game saves every time you go through a door though, so should be not a big deal. I'm not tripping too much about it. We don't have the duck walk anymore, our little ducklings are gone. Alrighty. Let's try this again. There we go. That's more like it. Alright, I'm gonna switch to my long range weapon. Boom. Here we go. If you needed a loud storm for your bingo card, here it is. Here's the loud storm you've been waiting for. If you're curious about this weather mod, for instance, you can type !FNB mod and get a link to the mod list. Oh, wait a minute, that was the way I came in, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Animus says, how do I pull up the build? Manic has it for you. See, we keep it pretty straightforward with them commands, you know? We keep it pretty straightforward. Alright, I'm gonna be patient like Sims told me to. The game's been kind of buggy around this area though. It's kind of weird. But maybe it's just taking a while, so I'll try to be patient. Animu says, what mods are you using? I'm not using any. This is pure vanilla on my Xbox 360. This is like a new thing in this area, this whole load problem. Thanks for following though, Animus. I do appreciate that, and it does get us a little closer to unlocking Chivo number 2 at 2,000. So big ups, thank you. Ah, yo, the patience paid off. Nice. Well done. Yo, let's get the fuck to Camp McCarran though. How about that shit? That sounds good to me. This is a side quest I'm doing, so I don't have a marker for it or anything like that, but I'll remove this one. I don't really fast travel, so if that triggers you, I'm sorry. I just prefer not to in these sorts of games. Sim says, did it eventually load or did you have to restart the game? Nah, dude. The patience paid off. I just had to trust. You were right. I'm literally like so full of loot right now. I don't really need to loot anything. I just need to GTFO. The storms of Nevada skies sound really good though. Like it's a little bit of an inconvenience when it does rain, but it's also like, it's kind of soothing. Alright, let's hightail it over here to the sergeant slash quartermaster. I guess a quartermaster would be a sergeant of stuff. The sergeant of stuff. Check out this immersion though. You're going to be able to hear the storm from inside, but it'll be appropriately muted. By the way, how is everything looking and sounding for you lovely boys and girls this Saturday? The O show is pumped into your eyeballs at 720p, 60 FPS. That's about all my little computer can do for you. But I telepathically beam my voice directly into your head. There's no microphone required. Daruma says, looks good, sounds good. If I ever get a Twitch partnership, I'm definitely going to have an emote that is looks good, sounds good. Because it is a question I ask at least one time per broadcast. Just to save everyone the trouble. You know what? I need to cure my crippling drug addictions as well while I'm here. The way this lights up the windows in the concourse is like beautiful. Wait, was I right the first time? Yeah, I was. Right.
If you're looking for a quick stitch, I'm your man. What can I do for you? I can give you something that should help. I need to see some caps for treatment. Okay, this'll just take a moment. There you go, all patched up. Anything else I can do for you?
This is like the most sensical doctor that cures you of addictions in the game. The other doctors like do a little dance or like scratch their leg. This guy's like, here, I'll give you a pill.
Bye.
That's Dr. Kemp, Dr. Sean Kemp of the Seattle Supersonics. A lot of people didn't know that when he retired from basketball, he became a doctor in Fallout. Now, I gotta be real, I think I'm actually going to... Oh, you know what? I'm a dummy. Let me go turn in this quest to Colonel Shu real quick, then I'll sell. My bad. Hopefully it'll make up for the NCR fame that I lost for accidentally... Well, I didn't do anything. The NCR fame that I lost because an NCR ranger was so dumb that he backed into my laser and decapitated himself. I can't control what they do.
Yes, what is it?
To turn in this side quest, you have to bring in the helm, by the way, which is very easy to overlook because the helm is like worth shit caps. So if you're just going quick, you'd be like, oh, I don't need this, but you actually have to get it to turn in the side quest.
Unbelievable. That man has given us so much grief since we set up here. This may be a major turning point for us. I can't tell you how many times we thought we'd taken him out, only to have him show up again later, taking more heads off of fallen troopers. This is for the bounty. And this is from a pool me and a lot of the soldiers around the base had going. You may not be NCR, but hey, it's only fair.
Works for me. Motor Runner, by the way, would use a chainsaw to saw the heads off fallen enemies. Very nice.
Bye.
Alright, now I can sell stuff. And before I forget, I'm gonna put on my selling stuff clothes. Oh yeah. I got a selling stuff outfit. The roving trader outfit looks so good, actually. Wish it was like useful beyond selling. I wanted to pop my head over here too.
Evening.
I haven't talked to the corporal over here at all. Let me have a word with oh, Will Farber right here.
Listen, asshole, I know you're not really an NCR health inspector, so you can cut the restaurant critique routine. And I want my 50 caps back. Because I looked it up, and there ain't no disease called colorectal implosion syndrome. So I paid you to look the other way for nothing. Wait, you're not... Oh, wow, I'm sorry. You look just like... Never mind, sorry. So what can I serve you up?
Ah, so this is the cook that everyone talks about that gives everyone at Camp McCarran the shits. Nice. Good to meet you. Probably not a good idea to shake that guy's hands, though.
That's nothing. You just look like the health inspector who stopped through for the yearly inspection a couple of weeks back. I was hoping I wouldn't have to wait another 11 months to see his crooked ass to get my caps back. Ah, well. Anything I can get you? Oh yeah, you can order up anything you want, as long as it's corn or beans. Just kidding. Haven't you heard? With a few shipments from home and a little variety, the troops are getting restless for some quality grub. You can only do so much as a chef with just corn, beans, onions, and peppers. Well, we haven't had any quality meat in months. Everyone in the camp just eating beans for protein. It isn't pretty. Some of my kitchen machinery is broken down too, so we've been eating mostly raw vegetables. And I'm desperate for spices or seasonings. Anything, just something for the general mood around here.
So there's a side quest here to fix the kitchen at the camp. How adorable.
It doesn't need to all come from the same source. There are a bunch of different vendors around who sell meat. Fitz, the Nashes, Crimson Caravan. We've never really tried to go out and organize deals with merchants to supply our food. Already having an overstock of food, we haven't needed to. But we really need some good old red meat on the menu soon. So I'm willing to divert some caps in their direction if they're open to supplying us.
See, alright. This is the part where Grandpa would go around to some of the troops and be like, why don't y'all, on your off days, spend some time hunting up some meat? It'd be worth it, you know?
Here's the list. We've been scrapping together quick fixes to keep it running for months. I think it finally crapped out and needs a full overhaul. It's the goofy machine behind the counter in the corner next to the stove. I'd be much obliged if you could take a look at it and get it fixed up.
Like if y'all were, you know, in the same situation, wouldn't you take it upon yourselves to hunt down some kind of wasteland critter and cook it up? I know I would.
I don't know. Try the various traders around the waste. Or the pawn shop in West Side might have some parts. Oh, I've heard of a place called House Tools you could check out. It's an old factory on the north side of Vegas. Just a word of warning, though. I hear no one who goes in there comes back out. Could be traps, crazy robots, or who knows what's in that place. The Crimson Caravan would probably be able to arrange a regular shipment, but I don't know of any spices known to improve mood. Hell, we have a whole research department. One guy's even set up in the main terminal building. They're the ones who ought to be looking into it.
Oh, I know some spices that'll improve mood. The spice melange.
What can I do for you?
I got dementia.
What do you need to know?
Okay. No new dialogue.
Shout out.
I wonder if you get sick from his food. Oh, he does sell a shitload of water. That's nice. Alright. So Grandpa has some whiny NCR babies, I guess, who need him to take care of their food situation for him. Damn. But I think it's a side quest, right? Alright, so get meat and fix their food processor and arrange a deal with the Crimson Caravan. Alright, I'll try to remember to do everything for you here. I wonder if I can repair it with sheer grandpa intellect. Repair 80, jury rig the machine. Huh, I could probably get up to repair 80 right now, maybe. Nah, I don't think so. What's my penalty for? Is it like, Oh, okay, it's too late in the day. So if I did it in the morning, I bet I could probably fix this food processor. Alright, alright. So there's a kitchen quest. Pretty adorable, but I feel like Grandpa would solve it just by nagging people to go hunt their own food. Wiki says the unmarked quest is so tiny and pointless you barely get anything for it. Well, I'll fix the food processor. I'm just gonna fix it with sheer Grandpa intellect. But I mean, I'll do the quest as long as they're, you know, on the way. I gotta talk to the Crimson Caravan for other shit anyway. Do y'all like how much I've swagged out Mr. Contreras here? Feel like he's looking good. Alright, I'm probably gonna liquidate all this dude's caps. I have so much shit to sell, it's like honestly absurd.
Back. Take your pick.
Now he's got 10,000 caps, I might be okay. Alright, let's see how we can do here. Wait, I just have to show him the helmet as proof he didn't want it? That's interesting. It's weightless though, so I'll keep it as a trophy. Oh yeah, the other thing that I got out of Vault 3 that was dank as fuck. Check out the Vault 3 utility jumpsuit. +5 to lockpick and +5 to repair. Holler. Holler. It's a really good one. Alright, I got a lot to sell, so let's, you know, bear with me here. Relax a little bit. Make yourself a drink or something. Let Daddy take care of this real quick. Look at that. Pencils. Cigarettes. I'm just going to sell this Night Stalker egg because I can always find another one if I do need it for a quest. 27 empty syringes. You can tell I've been looting some Chem Fiend headquarters. Alright, that's like one round here. But I got a lot more to sell. Literally 2 companions full. Gramps is about to be rich as fuck.
Thanks. Bye.
Alright, let's take care of Boone next.
Fine by me.
So much stuff on Boone. Give me that helmet. He likes his Ranger patrol armor better though than the combat armor. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Isn't the combat armor better? I feel like the combat armor, if all the way repaired, is actually better than the Ranger armor. I got Wiki here in the chat though, so Wiki should be able to confirm or deny that one. Well, I guess I'll single-handedly replenish the NCR ammunition supplies. That's good news. Wiki says Boone's AI prioritizes NCR faction armor. I think the combat armor is better, it just needs to be repaired. So I'm gonna sell the Ranger Patrol armor and force them to wear the combat armor. I'm a mean companion. There you go. Now we look a lot more swagged out though. Alright, let me sell this batch.
So you're back. Take your pick.
So much loot. This is ridiculous. I was honestly like amazed at the amount of loot that was being thrown at me in Vault 3. Like I didn't mind obviously, but I was like, god damn, like this is some loot out here. But I guess they want to make sure that the player has the ability to afford everything that they want to, you know, like cybernetic implants and designer shoes and, you know, all that type of shit. So I understand. I was just like, this is some Monty Hall shit right here. Wiki says it's payback for the time that Boone threw the power armor on the ground. That was hilarious. In your own game, try to give power armor to Boone and watch how he reacts. It's a little thing, but it's funny. Alright, homie is about to be tapped out of caps, I think. So I might have to dig through his inventory for things I actually want to buy. I think it's going to be a close one. Ooh. Alright, so that batch sold. He's got the devil's mark of caps left. Contreras is Satan. Confirmed. Confirmed. Alright, do you have any weapons that might be good or like anything? Really? I don't think he does. Oh wow, he's got some dank helmets actually. Whoa. That's a possibility there. Okay. Okay. He's got a lot of drugs and stuff. Alright, alright. So we can make this happen. Almost have 20,000 caps. That's pretty cool.
Bye.
Sim says grandpa is rich. It's always good to have a rich grandpa. Always good. Alright, I'm gonna put the motor runner's helm on Eddie. Oh, is he full right now? Oh, okay, I will once I take some stuff. Alright, those I can turn into food. Ah, he doesn't really have anything to sell on him. Oh, okay. Okay. He's just ridiculously full of ammunition. Yeah, he's just stacked. Eddie will accept no more things. Okay, Eddie. I understand, little buddy. Well, here. Let me take... I need some of these. I'll take like 150 rounds. Because my long-range weapon does need these. So I'll take... And then that should give you the room to carry this helmet, right? There we go. Perfect. Imagine this little robot, Eddie, filled with energy cells, electron charge packs, and microfusion cells. Literally just rammed into that little shell. If Eddie took a stray round, it would be like a fucking thermonuclear explosion. It would be horrifying. So I actually don't have anything else I need to sell. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Make sure this is loaded. Yep. Alright, awesome. I did see a couple things I might want to purchase though, with my almost 20,000 caparoonies. Holy shit. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of caps. Look at those. 18,893 caps. Ridiculous. Hold up real quick. Let me fix something with the chat. Sometimes it like steals my cursor. It's really weird actually. That was even weirder. There we go. JC says, and you haven't even been gambling yet. Yeah, to be real, like, I feel like moving forward, I'm probably not going to be looting too much anymore because, there's not a whole lot that I need, you know what I mean? Did you see the needle for this, like, go to infinity for a second? I was like, am I hallucinating that? Alright, let's just poke around in your inventory here.
So you're back.
Daniel.
Take your pick.
I was scoping out that armor he had. He had a reinforced Mark II combat armor, so it's like combat armor that's more combat armory. Yo, see, this is where I need some more min-maxing assistance. I need to know if this recon armor that I have, once it's repaired, is better damage threshold than this reinforced Mark II combat armor, because I don't really sneak, so I'm kind of looking more for the best damage threshold. Does anybody, you know, chilling on the infinite couch want to be a little sweetheart and bust open the wiki and let me know? Because if so, then I'll upgrade Grandpa's armor here. Alright, it's better, DT, says Wiki. Alright, then I'm going to invest a little bit. I'll sell this recon armor. And I will buy 2 sets of combat armor reinforced Mark II. One for me, and one for Boone. Aren't I a gracious overlord? I feel like
Thanks.
I am.
Later.
Alright, Big Boone.
Fine by me.
Give me this. Take. What? Didn't I buy 2 of them? Oh, it stacked them. Okay, that's fine. Take that. Oh, it looks kind of. Maybe it'll grow on me.
So you're back.
Maybe it'll grow on me.
Take your pick.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that look on it though. Alright, take that. That has an interesting aesthetic to it.
Bye.
That has an interesting aesthetic to it. Ooh. Oh, man. How about my goddamn chat has stole my fucking cursor again? Hold on a second here. I'm gonna try to get my... I have this little thing that hopefully will maybe steal the cursor and quit letting the chat take it. Give me just a second. Apologies, y'all. There we go. Lock mouse to game window. What I like. There we fucking go. I think we're good now. Somebody type something in chat right now. Let me see if it's fixed. Go. First person who hears my voice. Hooker brother. Okay, there we go. You did it. Yeah, it's working. Cool. Alright, let's take a look at this space suit. It's kind of like a space armor. I mean, we are the first NCR outer space recon, I guess, so I don't know. This is like a fashion train wreck right here. Eddie's just looking down upon us like, wow. Look, Eddie. You think you look better? Huh? You think you're looking cooler out here? You're not. You're not. Alright.
Hey.
The other thing I'll do is buy a bunch of drugs real quick.
So you're back.
Riku says we gotta steal the cursor again. It's you little bastards stealing it. It isn't my program. It's you little bastards in the chat.
Take your pick.
Post-processing says, did we ever find a mod for Eddie hats? I think someone sent me one. I need to look in my inbox. Speaking of little bastards in the chat, we've been live here for about an hour on the O Show. I hope you're doing well. I hope your Saturday's going good. If y'all are new to the channel, I encourage you to take a look at the info down below the video. If you're on a PC, that is. And there are some commands in the channel title that you can run to learn more about the New Vegas playthrough as well. Like you can type !FNV mods and see all the mods I'm running. You can type !FNV bingo and get a bingo card that you can play. In fact, if you're curious about all the commands that you can do in the chat, there's a command for the commands, and it's !commands.
Pleasure doing business with you. Later.
Wiki says, I found a mod that adds a lot of fashionable wasteland clothing. And then Wiki's out here hating on camo. Damn. I wear camo. Shit. I checked out that mod that added a lot of clothes. I didn't use it for two reasons. The first reason was you had to install like a body changer mod too in order to be able to use it. And the second reason was a lot of the clothing looked awful. So kind of decided it for me. Alright, now that we have... Let's see, what time is it in game, first off, real quick. Alright, actually, Grandpa's going to need to go to bed soon. Then, in the morning, I think I'm going to try to fix the food processor. Then we'll pick a quest and head out. Sim says, I'm considering looking at the armor a fashion check for purposes of bingo. That was the definition of a fashion check. That was 100% a fashion check. Use it with confidence, for that is what it was. What up, the night streams? How's it going, man? Now, I have discovered a place in Camp McCarran they will allow Grandpa to sleep, so... Post-processing says, strapping a dick to Eddie would be hilarious. You don't need to install a mod for Eddie to have a penis. No mod required. There it is. Depth of field and everything. There it is. His little robot weenie. Well, at least it quit raining.
Hello.
I'm allowed to sleep in here. They're totally cool with Grandpa. Nightstream says, do you use NMM or a Nexus mod manager to sort mods, or do you install them manually? I'd use Nexus mod manager. I like it a lot. Works good for me. Though I do have a bit of fuckery going on to get like my Fallout 4 GB extender and the ENB shaders and all that to play together nicely. That's a little bit tricky. But you can totally do it with Nexus Mod Manager. You don't have to do anything extra. In fact, I think there's, if you pull up the mod list, there's links to the Nexus on all the mods. So you can just download them right from there. Alright, let's take a look at our FOD. FOD and water definitely need addressing here. What do I got? Might be getting low on my gecko steaks I like to have. Got to hunt down some more geckos. Alright, do 2 waters. Might need to buy some water before I head out too. God damn, I have a stockpile of chems though. Going through that fiend den really hooked it up on the chemicals. Manic says Steak needs to update the bingo cards. Yeah, I think he's just been busy. Maybe I'll talk to him about trying to set it up so like other people can volunteer to work on it and fix, you know, shit. Because we definitely want to update the bingo database. There was something else we needed to update too. I think we needed to add a shitload more quotes to the database too, but I think Steak's just been busy. I'm waiting for the beautiful sunrise. That'll be soon. Then I'll go in and fix this damn food processor. Man, I forget who it was, but a while back with this character, someone made the analogy that this character is like a grandpa and then their son who like takes them out into the wasteland and makes sure they don't get into too much trouble. And with this like perfect little matching armor and like matching beret, that's never been more striking. And then Eddie's like the dog. Our little floating robot meatball dog. It's a beautiful little family we have here. Alright, what's my repair skill right now? Alright, so I need to hit, it was 80 repair to fix it. So if I put on my repair jumpsuit and read a magazine, I'll get it. So I'm good to go. Sim says, "Look, Jim, I got us matching armor." And Boone's like, "Come on, Gramps, you're embarrassing me."
Wish I had a first recon guy.
Exactly. Well, Boone's little ass will be happy when that combat armor stops like a rocket from killing him, right? Alright, Grandpa's about to get to work here. Let's get to work. Put on the utility jumpsuit. Doesn't Grandpa look like he's ready to fix a food processor? He's got his sleeves rolled up. Gramps is like, alright, let's take care of this motherfucker. Hold up, first I gotta chew up and eat this magazine about fixing stuff. Num 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 num. Very good. Alright. So instead of all that stupid crap he had a list of I had to collect, I used some bobby pins, tape, and a Swiss Army knife. Whew, we're good to go. Done. No sweat whatsoever. It's because Grandpa's a genius. Unironically. Quick celebration. Alright. We did it. Quest complete.
How about some grub? Howdy, looking for chow?
I did it.
Amazing. I thought that thing was done for. That'll help me transform what I can offer the troops. I'll give you a little extra discount the next time you buy food from me. Thanks again.
Nice. If I get a discount from Farber, that's pretty good actually, because he's like my purified water hookup.
Chow down.
In fact, let's celebrate this discount real quick. I'll buy 5 off you for now. Boom. What up, GPV? Wiki says, give Boone the party hat and take his beret, just real quick. Alright, you guys need a quick one here? I'll give you a quick one.
Fine by me.
I don't, but here's the thing. You say give him the party hat. Oh, it's better than that. Boone has his own party hat. So I just have to take away his beret.
I'd really like my beret back, please.
Alright, that is worth it. Every time. That is worth it every time. Alright, here's your beret.
Fine by me.
You little baby. You little baby. My beret. Yeah, whatever. So the other part of that side quest with the food, so I took care of the food processor. The next thing is to, I guess, speak to these NPCs about buying meat. So Fitz, I can't remember. I think he said he was in West Side. Ruby Nash, I know her, and she's got the hookup on the Rad Scorpion casserole. So, and then Crimson Caravan. All right. So now I gotta decide what I want to do next. What I was thinking about doing was trying to head to Ranger Station Foxtrot and take care of them. Wiki said I could pretty easily get to Ranger Station Foxtrot via West Side, I think. So I think that's what I want to do next, is head through good old West Side, maybe? Wiki says around or through West Side. Alright, I think I'm going to continue that mission, because the way I look at it, I'd like to finish that mission. And then I'd like to trigger the Nelson fight down at Camp Forlorn Hope. And then they will reassign soldiers to Bitter Springs. So I'll be taking care of this quest, and this quest at the same time. So I think that's what I want to do next. Wiki says go north and go on the big road that leads to Jacobstown. I don't know about no Jacobstown, but I assume you're talking about this road right here, right outside of Camp McCarran. Right? Wiki's got to be my navigator here. Wiki says the other way west. The spindly one that leads to the crater looking thing. Like down here? We're playing a game right now called the Twitch Chat Delay. It's a game where you try to interact with the people in your chat. And then you get, it's kind of like, remember satellite feeds back in the day, like on the news? They're like, they're coming to us from satellite. Spindly one. Alright, this one. This is the spindler we're talking about here, right? This is the spindle. I think I got it now. Okay. Cool. So I'll take this road north, and then I'll diverge this direction. Cool. Sounds good to me. Sounds like an adventure. And we got matching armor, so we're ready to go. I guess the armor is kind of growing on me. It does make us look like a team, you know? We definitely look like a team. Alrighty. So if you want to be fully immersed, what y'all need to do is get some cardboard and put on a sweatshirt and some sweatpants, and then tape big sections of cardboard to you and kind of wear that while you hang out and watch the stream. And that'll add to your immersion level. You'll really feel like you're out here in the wasteland. It'll be pretty cool. Well, that's a mine. Okay. Well. You okay, Boone? Anybody blow off any limbs? No, we're good. Alright. See that? I told you that combat armor is going to save your life. Why would you put a mine right there? What? That's just like in the middle. Oh god. See, this combat armor is good shit, right? Like, no problem. Oh, it actually got me in the face a little bit, but... See, we're testing our combat armor here, Boone. You see how good it works? It's a good investment, right? See, now I'm like really paranoid. Wiki says, Grandpa planted the mine specifically to prove a point to Boone. That is definitely some shit that Grandpa would do. Absolutely. That's pretty gangster of the Legion, though. They're like... The commander in the Legion is like, put some mines out there near the NCR base. And the Legionnaire's like, where? And he's like, just wherever. Just everywhere. Go ham. Oni, thank you for following the channel. I definitely appreciate it. I'm glad you like exploding grandpas. And you have helped toward unlocking Chivo number 2 at 2,000 followers. So big ups, man. Thank you. We're actually less than 200 away from hitting 2,000, which is pretty crazy to me. When we hit 2,000, I will publicly torture myself with another 24-hour broadcast. So if you're into that sort of thing, just click the follow button, man. You could contribute to the misery of a human being. You don't get to do that every day. Oh man, the Sunset Sarsaparilla Factory, I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go there. You know, with Eddie's enhanced sensors perk, I'm like, could I trade you telling me things that are far away that have no chance of attacking me for Eddie telling me where mines are? Wouldn't that be a lot more useful? I feel like if Edward could be like, there's a mine there, I'd be a lot more pleased. Manic says Bill will be baller as fuck. Don't forget. Oh no, I always have a fun time with the big marathons. I'm just fucking around. I'm just goofing. Actually, the last time I did a 24-hour stream, I had a lot of fun. But it is definitely kind of rough too, you know. It's got its ups and downs. Nixon says, has Dave made it to the Sarsaparilla Factory on any previous playthroughs? I have not. This is all new shit to me. That's why I'm honestly very, very immersed right now. I'm like trying to climb inside my monitor, basically. I'm seeing all this cool stuff, but I'm going to check it out, like, you know, later. I gotta stay focused on the mission here, Snake. Speaking of being focused on the mission, Snake, I have to be real with y'all. Like, it was a very hard decision for me to choose between doing some streaming today or sitting on my ass and continuing to watch the Metal Gear marathon going on over at Outer Heaven Network right now. The channel is twitch.tv/united, like you and then like a night, so united like that. I think they're going to be streaming until Phantom Pain drops. And I love Metal Gear, so I've been going in on watching some of that. I encourage you all to check it out too. I've been hosting it whenever I'm not streaming recently. But it was very hard to pull myself away from that marathon and stream. But I looked in my heart, I was like, what do I feel like doing right now? My heart was like, fucking grandpa time. So here we are. I'm trying not to trigger all kinds of like cool lore shit. I just want to creep through here and complete this mission. When I was pondering it today, I was like, I think I've come to the conclusion that Fallout is my probably favorite series of all time, but Metal Gear has got to be number 2. And then I looked at it closer and I was like, I seem to really like pseudo-reality. I like things that take reality and then give it a little twisty. I learned a little about myself today, Infinite Couch. I hope that you did too. Alright, so this is the spindly road I want to take, I believe. And then I can, what, take this trail up to it, it looks like? That's the way it looks to me. Alright, I feel like there's gonna be some of them enemy things around here. By the way, if y'all are new to the channel and you have no idea about this dungeon crawl thing that's happening in the chat, when you watch the O show, you earn experience points. You also earn experience points for talking in the chat. And the top 10 experience point holders in the channel are moderators because they've discovered mythic mod blades within the dungeon. So if you're power hungry, if you want to, you know, abuse people with your moderator powers or whatever, make sure you spend a lot of time watching the channel and bid wisely on the dungeon crawls, and you too could wield a blade.
Eat this.
We've got assassins. Oh, it's a damn chem fiend all the way out here. I don't want you to shoot at me, so let me remove that arm a little bit. There we go. Ooh, looks like Edward picked it off. Excuse me. Is that everybody? Just one fiend that we aggroed? Look at this. Look at the... You guys want to see the arrogance? Not even going to loot it. But then I just realized that was a lie. I'm definitely going to loot this fiend. Definitely going to loot this little motherfucker. Shooting at me with a damn... What do you think you're doing? Huh? Crazy. Grandpa's like, I'm pinned in, no! Come on, Grandpa, you can do it. There we go. I very briefly was like, nah, I'm not gonna loot him, and then my true spirit came through. It was like, yeah, you're gonna loot him. What up, Jugger? How's it going? Jugger says, there's absolute proof that I can never catch these. The last one was during work, and this one's when I'm about to pass out. Do you live in, like, some kind of Europe-y type area? Or, Post-processing says, loot everything. I have to hold off when playing games like Icewind Dale and Titan Quest. Yeah, I remember Titan Quest. Titan Quest came out during a big dry spell in action RPGs, so I played the shit out of some Titan Quest. I love to loot too, man. I can't help it. There's no loot shaming here. There's no loot shaming. No free Maggies has followed. Thank you for following the channel. I definitely appreciate it. And that does get us a little bit closer to unlocking Chivo number 2 at 2,000. So big ups. Thank you. Damn, I'm gonna have to go talk to these Brotherhood fellows about blowing up caravans, you know? I like it, all the conspicuous evidence. A plasma rifle, piles of ash. Who could have done this dastardly deed? Jugger says, should I take a look at Titan Quest? I mean, it's an older action RPG that's based on Greek mythology. It has very interesting build combinations, but it does have its flaws, but at this stage, I mean, it's so cheap that I don't see why you wouldn't check it out. Yeah, if you like Greek mythology, Titan Quest is definitely worth a look. What up, Arma? How you doing, man? Hope everybody's having a chill Saturday. I've only been live for about an hour and a half. I'll probably stream... I actually have no idea how long I'm going to stream today. We'll see. I'll be streaming for a while. I'm glad you're here. Oh, these little Legion assassins. Alright, I am going to take some battle drugs here. Because I have a fucking stack supply. Steady. Last stream we had a debate over exactly how you would do that drug right there. I don't know how you would do that drug right there. It looks like it has a fuse. Like, how the fuck would you do this steady drug? Anyway, little rebound. That one's pretty obvious. You inject that one. Psycho looks like you inject too. God damn it, Grandpa, you're a lightweight. You get addicted the first time you touch the stuff. I'll call in my NCR friends too. Oh, actually, I'm too far away. Never mind. Go ahead and do Med-X. And well, I got 24 jet. It looks like a fucking asthma inhaler, so why not? You know, it can't hurt me. Grandpa likes to go to battle with some chewing tobacco in too. But real talk, how the fuck do you do steady? Does anyone chilling on the Infinite Couch have any thoughts about that? Okay, let's just... He's about to throw a plasma grenade. Whew. That's not very good. I wonder if I can kill him before he's able to make that happen. Or if I blind him, maybe he'll miss a lot. Or maybe I should try to cripple that arm. I should probably try to cripple that arm so he can't throw it. Shoot the grenade, says Sims. I forgot you could do that. I'm gonna blow this grenade up in his hands. That's a brilliant fucking idea. And then I can take a shot there. With my steady, I can just bean dudes. Even this guy running away. Already running away. Is that all my AP? Alright, this ought to be an interesting VATS. This could be very good, or I could die. Oh, that worked. Oh, that did it. Grandpa is a beast. Back it up. That was a beautiful suggestion. Who was it? Sims? Shoot the grenade. Thank you for reminding me that that's a possibility in this game. That was beautiful. Look at them run. Look at them failing their morale rolls left and right. That dude failed his head being attached roll. Don't run. Don't run.
Can't run from me. All clear.
I think they're blind now, both of them. I gotta put them out of their little misery here. You gotta put them out of their little Legion misery. There we go. Oh yeah. Space Ranger Squadron tears them up. This guy got close though. Post-processing says, gonna go get food. This is a good time for someone to try to steal my blade. Will you bring me some food? I'm really hungry. Arma says, I'm trying to build an FMV, max strength, and luck. That sounds like it could be interesting. This build is max intelligence. So I can kind of roleplay as myself, you know? The Legion helms are actually worth some good caps for the weight, so we'll take them. Oh, he's sleeping forever now. That was such a fun little fight though, with them coming down off the ridge. This game has such like picturesque areas that it's like a pleasure to fight on the different stages. I'm really loving this game. Yeah. Some interesting weapons there. Trail carbine. That's pretty cool. Shoots a 44 mag rounds. And it's a lever action. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Sim says, I want to do a pacifist run at some point, which is to say let Boone and Eddie kill everything. I feel like in New Vegas with the companions the way they are, especially if you weren't playing on very hard, you could very easily do that. You could totally do a pacifist run. But then you have to like dress your character like a Hare Krishna, you know? You have to fully RP it. Otherwise it wouldn't be worth it. Alright, I gotta combine some shit and then offload some shit. Should be able to repair these helmets off each other though. Nah, they're all different types. Well, shit. Start loading up the pack mule. Edward? Oh no, he's full, I forgot. Boone, my other pack mule. Man, I'm also tempted to just not even... Honestly, here, let's just put these helmets in this pile of goo and get out of here. It's not like I'm hurting for caps or nothing. So, like... And then, what else am I carrying that isn't really worth that much? That weighs a lot. Ooh, that's worth pretty good for the weight. These are not worth good for the weight. Let's get rid of those. And the super sledge isn't really worth good for the weight either, so we'll ditch that. And that'll set me up for a while. Cool. Manic says, have we been into Vegas itself yet? No. I've been pleasure delaying the shit out of going to Vegas itself because I know I'm gonna have such a good time gambling and stuff. So I've been like specifically holding off a bit on the old Vegas. But we'll get there eventually. I promise. Let me get wiggled around in my chair here a bit. So paranoid about mine still, god damn. I want to check my karma real quick. Am I still out here on this neutrality tip? I should be. Damn it! I have good karma now. I'm trying to keep Grandpa neutral, so I'm gonna have to do some evil shit to get that karma down a little bit. I'm gonna have to do some evil shit. Maybe steal some stuff. That's no sweat though. Getting karma down by stealing is really easy. I did trip over the line though. I'm fucking good now. Good grandpa. Sim says fiends give too much karma. Probably, yeah, I guess. Killing a fiend shouldn't give you any karma, right? They have a addiction problem, don't they? Are those bighorners guarding that little mine? I think they are. I'm not gonna bother the bighorners. But it looks like somebody's living up in them dar hills, man. They got them a little herd going. Look at there. Please don't attack me, Mr. Bighorner. I'm a friendly grandpa. There's no reason to hurt me. No reason to be afraid. I only have a taste for gecko and Brahmin for the most part. You guys are safe. Gramps has got the what does Psycho do to you? If you're addicted to Psycho, what does it do? Perception and endurance? Oh man. So that means Grandpa's having like hallucinations and stuff. That's how I would interpret that. His perception is low. Now I know these trees are modded in, but I think they look pretty good. I mean, maybe they're not modded in, but I feel like they are. I'm using like a flora overhaul thing. And people do get into some interesting debates, like especially when it rains and stuff. They're like, oh, how's it raining? You know, in the wasteland or whatever. And it's like, bro, you gotta keep in mind, this is like 200 and something years after a nuclear event. So who knows what type of weather patterns that would produce, you feel me? Oh well, I'm probably not gonna have to do anything, but I helped. I helped. Are there more manti? Not the only manti. Eh? Give me those 4 legs. Grandpa likes to chew on the 4 legs. He like picks his teeth with them. You feel me? Tactical reload. Alright. Out here just picking his teeth with Mantis 4 legs. Damn, these woods, like this wooded hill and this mountain over here is like beautiful. I could see Grandpa posting up with a nice like shack out here or something. That's gonna be the end of the playthrough. I'm not gonna go anywhere else. Grandpa's just gonna have a little shack up here in the woods and relax for a while, man. Game over. That'll be the end credits. And Grandpa relaxed in his cabin in the woods until the end of his infinite Grandpa days. We made it.
Hey. No run-ins with the Great Khans, I hope. They've been more restless than usual.
Nope, just Legion.
Tough, independent, and as ruthless as they come. They're holed up in Red Rock Canyon, and it's this station's job to keep an eye on them. Keeping watch on the Great Khans, mostly. They usually stick around Red Rock Canyon, but at least one large group left recently. We called it in, but haven't heard anything about any Great Khan incidents. Whatever they're doing, they're keeping a low profile. Be careful out there.
Yo, peace out, conservative. Be sure you bring me some dinner back. Alright, so Red Rock Canyon's out there, word. Well, that makes more sense with the whole Good Springs situation then, because it's like on the way. It's kind of funny that I have a better rep with the Great Khans than I do the NCR right now. Grandpa's been living rough.
Evening.
This comm officer's living the life, dude. Him and all ladies. Oh, and I can have that book. Thank you. Let me just read that book he gave me real quick. And by read, I mean eat. I'm gonna chew it up and eat it.
You're here for the money. I told the Emeritus I was good for it. I just need more time.
Oh, I'm sorry, comm officer Link. I thought you were a guy. You're just a old hunched over lady. I see. Well, I'm not really interested in your debts. Here's the updated security codes.
Oh, well, yeah. I can do that. Thanks.
But why don't you tell Grandpa a little more about it?
I talked to the cashier at Gamora into forwarding me some chips. I was convinced I was due for a hot streak. It didn't go so well. The Omertas were nice and said they'd give me some time to pay them back. They also said if they had to talk to me about my debt again, they wouldn't be nice the next time. I operate the radio and call it in if we see any great cons moving out in large groups from Red Rock Canyon.
Thought you were supposed to be tough.
I don't want to talk about it.
Use that silver tongue, Grandpa.
We were on patrol near the dam when a Legion raiding party jumped us. Didn't even have time to radio it in. I was hit in the head with a machete and knocked out. Didn't kill me, though some nights I wish it had. When I woke up, my nerve was gone. The rest of my squad was crucified, butchered, mutilated. I don't know how they missed me. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they knew they'd broken me. I gambled and drank a lot after that. Got into trouble. But the Rangers gave me a second chance instead of kicking me out. So here I am.
Yo, that's a pretty sad story. Damn. I think Grandpa would give her a little encouragement, though.
Maybe. But thanks for saying it anyway.
Aw, damn it, it gave me karma, motherfucker. I'm really gonna have to steal some shit now.
Watch out for great cons.
Alright, hold up. Let me lie. Will that give me negative karma?
Hey.
Let's go.
Here's all the caps I've saved up so far. See? That's a pretty good chunk of what I owe right there.
Grandpa's like, fuck it, give me some caps. There we go. Give me that lower karma back. NCR infamy, it's whatever.
Watch out for great cons.
Give me your caps. Grandpa's gonna go on a warpath for a while. He's got too high of karma. There we go. No, I got it back down to neutral. Yes! Yes! Perfect. Perfect. NCR, they still trust me. Okay. Perfect. Got that neutral karma back. Just took a little lie. Excellent.
Evening.
Alright. What do I want to take care of next? The next stage of that quest is to go back to Camp Forlorn Hope and turn it in. And I will walk there. I'm not gonna fast travel. Probably be smart to go back the way I came. So I think I'm gonna head to Camp Forlorn Hope and then do the Nelson fight next. But on the way, I'm gonna stop by that NCR Ranger safe house. Sim says you can't take the monorail to the strip from McCarran anymore. Why am I unable to do that? Alright, I think Grandpa's gonna sleep here for the night and then you know, try his luck with the lovely ladies of the ranger station, and then in the morning I'll head out and we'll be headed toward Camp Forlorn Hope and turn in this quest. We'll stop by the NCR Ranger safe house on the way. I'm guessing it's going to be invisible walls galore up here, but I at least want to see if I can get a cool view or something. I don't think so. It's like a little box canyon. No pun intended. Sim says, I think your rep is too low because you're at Smiling Troublemaker. Yeah, but couldn't I just disguise myself as an NCR trooper? There we go. The cool thing about this combat armor is it has like a opening, so you don't even have to take it off. If you need to do a battle bowel evacuation like this, you can just real quick, and then you're back in the game. It's one of the good features about this particular type of armor. Yep. I feel like Grandpa's like, he's gonna be imposing on them. He's like, well, I'm gonna be staying here tonight. And they're like, I guess so. Grandpa's like, yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping right here. Mm-hmm. Doing the stuff like resting at night, things like that, they kind of really add to the immersion for me, because it doesn't make sense. You travel all the way here, it's dark, so you'd have to stay the night, then you head out the next day. It's like a small thing where I could just go to my map, click, and instantly be there, but it just like adds to the game to me. I don't know, maybe I'm like a freak, but it's the way I like to do it. While we let it get a little later before Grandpa sleeps, I need to AFK for just a moment here. Sorry about that. My hotkey for my microphone is V, and I guess it makes Grandpa seem very bloodthirsty around here. Alright, Grandpa can go to bed at 8:30. It's fine. Wow, thank you for the food discussion on the Infinite Couch, by the way. It's always nice when you're starving to death and you're sitting here playing video games for the lovely folks watching to be like, foodity food, food food, food 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 food. I like it, thank you. Food 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 to you guys as well. And food food. 4:40 in the morning. Yo, Grandpa's gonna get a mad early start. We're gonna be traveling as the sun comes up. That's always nice. How we doing on food? Water? Need both. Alright, no worries. Couple waters, and I might eat all these Xander root just because they give me a little bit of food back. And damn, I gotta have to restock on some food here. Let's grab a gecko steak that'll hold me for a while. Travel in the beautiful morning mist here.
Hey.
What up, Space Bird? How's it going? Alright, so I'm gonna head back the direction I came. And the next place I'll head to is actually this NCR Ranger safe house right here. Then we'll go from there to Camp Forlorn Hope. And then we'll see. Might get into the Nelson fight, might not. Depends on how long I'm gonna be streaming today. I'm not sure exactly what my plans are for the day, so it will depend. Spaceberg says, pretty decent Saturday. How are you? Man, I'm doing great, as always. In fact, we are just about 2 hours into this edition of the O Show. Hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. I always appreciate y'all spending some of your free time chilling on the Infinite Couch. We just been kicking it here with Grandpa here for the past couple hours. Getting immersed in the game du jour right now, Fallout New Vegas, like we do. There's a variety of commands you can run. For instance, if you want to know the list of mods I'm using, you can type !FNV mods. If you'd like to play some bingo, or possibly even have some adult libations in conjunction with bingo, you can type !FNV bingo. You can type !commands, as it is a command that tells you the commands. We got some stuff in the chat that you can type. Let's put it that way. If you want to type a couple commands, we got them. Uh-oh, bean alert. There's a bean. Do what? You gonna make food? Oh shit. Food alert. Could you make wine too? Oh shit. Look at that. Double. Here, actually, let me mute my little microphone for a second and talk to Bean for a moment. I'm gonna keep walking though. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I decided I was just making plans with Bean. I'm only going to be streaming like maybe another hour or so. We'll see how it goes. Because me and Bean are going to go grab some dinner. So we'll see, team. I'll go a little bit longer though. I think I'll play till there's like a good stopping point, so we'll see how long. But Bean is hooking it up with some wine right now, so that's going to be nice. Wine always helps with the immersion. Flame says, are you some kind of sightseeing 60-year-old man because you have a camera? That's you're the first person to come up with that. That's what this Pip-Boy mod is. Grandpa doesn't have a Pip-Boy, he has a camera that he carries around. That's the most grandpa shit ever, dude. Well done. He's like, oh, that looks nice, and then busts it out. I like it. I like where your head's at. I bet you can hear my cat on the microphone, too. With this new mic, you can hear basically everything in the same room as me, so, I have the noise gate set up pretty good, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm about to move into in a couple weeks, and then in the new place there's like a separate room I'll be streaming in, so I won't have to like worry about it being loud or anything. But right now I stream from the living room, so I'm kind of right in the middle of all the activity here with the cat and the Bean and the, you know. Man, there is some, I gotta give you guys on the Infinite Couch credit. There is some heated pizza discussion going on right now. Y'all are like dedicated to the type of pizza that you enjoy. I kind of have more of a Ninja Turtle perspective toward pizza. I'll eat it all. And it will help me defeat evil, too. Wait a minute, Steak says this is the first time that he has had pineapple on a pizza. Bro. That's insane. Are you from like 1950 or something? Did you come here in a time machine to try new toppings on pizza in the future? Welcome. Welcome to the future. Yep. You can put pineapple on pizza here. It shocked me too. I mean, there's a lot of nuclear devastation and stuff all around here, but you can even put gecko meat on a pizza if you wanted to be honest. Sorry, that was adorable. The matching armor gets me. It definitely gets me. Flame says when you're this balls deep in pizza, you can't just pull out. Now see, that sounds uncomfortable. I don't think my balls would get anywhere near my pizza. I don't feel like that would be good for anybody, personally. You know, the pizza's like savory enough. Flame says I'll never get into the quote vault. By the way, Steak, earlier people on the Infinite Couch were clamoring for your head, and they were saying that if you didn't update the bingo database and the quote database soon, that like you were gonna pay or something. I can't remember what everybody in chat said, but there are a bunch of people posting like your home address and stuff, so I don't know. I don't know how you want to handle that, but maybe you should update those data by. So, you know. Spacebird summed it up. Said all pizzas are beautiful. That's the truth. Get it, Squash. All pizzas are beautiful. Well, since we're talking about food, while we take this very beautiful and picturesque journey back over to where I was at, I'm starting to get the lay of the land over here down, though. I'm happy about that. The place I'm about to eat, I'm pretty sure, is this dank spot in Eugene called Papa's Soul Food. And I'm happy because, being a southerner, I don't understand what y'all people outside of the South eat. I don't know if nobody taught y'all how to cook or what it was, but it's tough to find food that I agree with. But this Papa's Soul Food place definitely has what it takes. I even approved of their pulled pork sandwich, which is a tough sell for me, because I feel like my pulled pork is the best, of course. And my girlfriend went in there one time to pick up dinner, and she was wearing a University of Kentucky shirt, and apparently they were very happy about that at the restaurant. So that gives them even more points in my mind. So that's where I'm going to try to grab some grub tonight, in case you were trying to kill me or something. There you go. That's where I'll be. Flame says, how could you not agree with food? Does it like Donald Trump or something? I guess disagree with the amount you have to pay to eat the quality of the food, you know? Because I'm like quite good at cooking, like not to, you know, break an arm jacking myself off or anything. So a lot of times, like, I can make better food at home than what they're trying to charge me for out at the restaurant, so I'm usually like, well, I don't get like upset or anything. I'm just like internally like, you know, one little sigh. One little sigh. What in the hell's going on? I haven't done the little ant dungeon over here too. Could scope that out. But I want to focus on trying to get to Forlorn Hope right now, because I'm not going to be streaming that long. Wiki says, I once had a burger that told me all the Mexicans should be killed. See, that is a burger I would probably disagree with. I would draw the line there. I'd be like, listen up, burger. I wonder who those geckos just killed over there. Hopefully they don't want to kill me. If a burger had that kind of mouth on it, I'd be like, listen up, you little patty. You call it a patty, you gotta like, you know, make it feel weaker. You little patty. Our immersion's kind of gone out the window in this food-induced delusional rambling. I'm kind of feeling it. Oh, those are death claws. Okay, well. This is the first time I've encountered death claws in the game. Let's see how I do. Probably not so well. Can you stop them from killing me? I might just let them kill me. But alright, death claws on very hard. Let's see how I can do this. Definitely gonna take drugs. That's the thing. Yep. All the drugs. Every battle drug I can get into my veins right now. I think we'll be okay. I'm not stressing out quite yet. I did just become addicted to drugs, probably due to stress, but no, I'm not stressing out quite yet. I even hit a turbo. Actually, it doesn't really matter until I'm not in VAT, so I'll save it. Wiki says, cripple their legs and circle strafe them. Yeah, I'd need to be out of VATs to take advantage of the turbo. Fuck it, I'll take it anyway. I got 6 of them. Alright, let me cripple them legs. How many are there? 2. Alright, let's focus on one at a time here. I just still want to see this Deathclaw shred my companions, but what are you gonna do? It is quite beautiful and majestic, though. It is quite beautiful and majestic. Sim says Deathclaws are pretty soft. We're about to find out. Wow, what a freeze frame. What a freeze frame. Yeah, I kind of shredded that one Deathclaw. What a freeze frame, dude. I'm just gonna enjoy that for a second before I shoot him in the leg. Give me a hug, says Wiki. Boone goes, need a med kit. Yeah, probably. He's crippled. Stay away from him. Stay away from the Deathclaw. His legs are crippled, please. Yes. I thought he was gonna waste Boone for fucking sure. Damn, did Grandpa just take down 2 Deathclaws? Oh, son. Oh, son. Oh, son. Shaking my head. I think you just play with them. It's like a big toy. Hello. Ow. They're kind of adorable. And you can sell their hands as trophies. Well, this Deathclaw melted into a little puddle. That's a pretty small pile of goo for something that big. Don't y'all think? Must have really, really rendered him down, because this is a big boy right here. Well, that was terrifying, but I'm really happy that we made it happen. I just had to take an enormous cocktail of battle drugs, and we did it. It was awesome. Now I'm not scared of Deathclaws anymore, really. What's to be scared of? You just gotta cripple their legs and then you're good to go. I feel like if you had death claws coming from a distance, it would be really easy to throw down some frag mines. Wiki says, nah, I'm not scared of death claws anymore. Famous last fucking words. Nah. Why is there a ranger here?
How can I help you? I'm here to dust off the cobwebs, make sure everything is working, that sort of thing. Sometimes it can be a while between visits by rangers, so it's good to have someone around to keep the lights on for them. I also bring ammo supplies with me for any rangers who may be running low. If you need any, feel free to ask. My duties tend to take me elsewhere, but I try to be here at least a few days out of the week.
So she's like the caretaker. When you need like firewood at the campsite, you talk to Ranger Gomez.
Certainly. Which type of ammo would you like?
Oh, she'll just give me ammo? Explosives?
Here you go.
Well, free pulse grenade, thanks. Damn, that's some high tier shit. Thank you. So I'm allowed to sleep up in here. All this stuff is technically mine. Holy shit! There's power armor up in here. I don't think I can wear it without training, but check it out. Ranger combat armor. Ooh, that might be badass. A hunting revolver with some 45-70 government. Oh my god. Bro. The arsenal out here is real. I don't know if that Ranger combat armor is better than this combat armor I have on. I don't want to mess up the cool arrangement, so I'll just leave it for now. Wiki says the salvage power armor is wearable without power armor training, but it has less protection. Oh, alright. I'll take that stuff and this stuff and we'll take a look at it. So first off, well, it's like barely repaired, but let's see if Boone is into it.
Fine by me.
Nah, he prefers the other armor for now, but I'll give it to him, and then maybe I'll repair it up and he can wear it later. The Ranger combat helmet looks badass, but it's not as good as